People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube, people are elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs, people of Purple Butterfly-people.tmail.com. Here's a fine bit of acting.
Yo, this shit about to get spooky, man. Listen, my friend, he's in the military, man. He just called me. He said, bro, at 11:30 p.m. tonight, man, you need to stay inside the house. And I was like, man, what's going on? Look, 11:30 p.m. all across the nation, man. Y'all need to stay inside because the government going to be spraying chemicals in the air, man. They're going to be spraying chemicals all over the fucking air, man. If you outside or if you out and if you leave your windows open, some shit, look, you're going to die. Look, y'all need to share this shit right now, man. I just got a call from my boy. He's in the military. The government, they gonna be spraying the air with chemicals trying to get rid of the coronavirus. So y'all need to just stay the fuck inside and don't come out, man. This shit getting crazy, man. This shit getting crazy. If you're watching this shit, you need to share it with your friends and family. Spread this shit right now, man. This shit about to get spooky, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, wasn't that a fine bit of acting? Okay, let's go over everything that was wrong with that video. I made this yesterday. Put a filter in there even. Yeah. First of all, yesterday, I took my fabric paints, opened this up, dumped it all over here with some gloves, just literally painted the entire surface of this. Was going butterflies, because sunshine yellow and butterflies seemed like a good idea at the time, especially since, we had to find ways to entertain ourselves. And I don't go anywhere anyway, but, when somebody says, you can't go anywhere, now your brain wants to do all this, and you have to find an escape from up there. So while I'm working on that, I get that fine bit of acting over there that says, yo, you gotta be in your house at 11:30 at night, blah, blah, blah. And then, yes, I didn't spread that nonsense. It's like, really? Don't operate in fear. That was a friend of mine. She's highly intelligent, but sometimes she lets fear get the better of her. So then I made this. I basically couldn't find any woven material, which is what they suggest. All my material is silky, stretchy, like t-shirt material, satin material, silk, polyester, but just woven cotton material. When I need cotton, when I need a blend, when I need something woven, I usually go to the fabric store. That's not an option. But I had a galette scarf that's 6 foot long and 20 inches wide. I just literally cut the end off of it. It's like, literally I need a piece this big. So basically I just measured it and cut off the end, folded it in half, and then folded it into accordion style pleats. Took some pins, stuck it here, took the iron and ironed the creases, pleats. And then with the pins there, I went like this to see if it would open. It did. So then I took my sewing machine and just literally sewed it down. These straps came from when you have surgery and they send you home with an ice pack that has, that's disposable and has these straps attached to them. I just literally cut those off and sewed it on to, the bottom of this. And literally right here, I took and sewed two of them together. Same strap of the same material. I just basically extended it because it was far too short. And then ironed it all down, sold it all the way around, and decided to put a coffee filter in there to test it. It worked. So, yeah. So, I have a filter for, well, a mask for just in case, along with filter. I was going to put like a piece of the furnace filter in there, but the furnace filter actually got used in the furnace. It says right on it, it's, works for the coronavirus. It's like one of the highest filter levels that you can get. And then somebody said, you could use a vacuum cleaner filter for that. We don't have a vacuum cleaner here. When the carpets went away, um, I guess mom gave away the vacuum cleaner or whatever. We have 9 mops. Hardwood floors throughout, parquet floor in one room, linoleum tile in the other room, hardwood floors in all the rest of the rooms, and mops. So basically, if there's a spill, grab a mop. Hey, I can't find a mop. Hey, use this one. We keep buying mops. The floor is spotless. I walk around barefoot all the time. I don't have to vacuum anything. I do own a dustbuster. So if I need to vacuum up something, where is that dustbuster? Okay, I own a dustbuster. I don't know where it is at the moment. But anyway, let's get back to this my boy in the military thing. First of all, if you look at that video, where his name would be, it's blurred out. So here we have this unknown person telling you to do something, which doesn't make any logical sense anyway. But let's think about something. And I'm OCD. My brain can't drop off some random fact and then think, oh, everything's normal. I'm not going to spread that. My brain immediately went into analyzation mode. Okay, first you have an unknown reference, purposely blurred their name out. He's telling you to do something based on his friend in the military or his boy in the military. All across the United States has 6 different time zones. So there's no way, logistically speaking, that you can put crap in the air, at 11:30 hello, 11:30 at night in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is Eastern Standard Time Zone, is quite different from 11:30 at night Pacific Time Zone. We're talking at least 6 hours time difference. Let's go over the time differences and don't take my word for it. Google it. Do the Hey Google thing and say, what are the time zones in the United States? And you will get the same information. Most people acknowledge 4 time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific. Now, if you go by actual time zones, you have Eastern, Central, Mountain, Daylight, Mountain Standard. Yes, it's split in 2. Pacific, Alaska Daylight, Hawaiian Aleutian Time. Now, if you go by just the fact that there's 6 different time zones in the United States, and Mountain is split into Daylight and Standard, you also have to acknowledge the fact that in Indianapolis, they have their own time zone. It's not Daylight, it's not Eastern Standard, it's not Central, it's not Mountain, it's not Pacific, it's Indianapolis time. They said, we're farmers, we don't like daylight savings time, we're not going to acknowledge daylight savings time. They have their own time zone. Indianapolis time is Indianapolis time. Regardless of what daylight saving time and, fall up, spring up, spring forward, fall back, all that, they got the same time going. So technically, there's 7 different time zones, but that one doesn't get acknowledged. But the actual time zones that get acknowledged, there's 6 of them. There's Eastern, Central, Mountain Daylight, Mountain Standards, Pacific, Alaska, and Hawaiian. So, 11:30 at night, of which time zone? See, the logistics of that doesn't mesh, He would have to say 11:30 at night in Eastern Standard Time Zone, so adjust your watches accordingly, like if you're in California when you get this message. Or you're in Idaho when you get this message. We're going on Eastern Standard Time Zone. See, that's where the ring of truth fails. Then, that will take an act of Congress. They will have to vote on that, so forth, so on. And people are going, now Donald Trump does whatever he wants. Even Donald Trump is not stupid enough to risk the lives of millions of registered voters in an election year when he's trying to get reelected. Duh. I mean, even Donald Trump is not that stupid, because Donald Trump makes some questionable decisions, some not bright decisions, some flat out stupid comments. But even Donald Trump is not stupid enough to put millions of lives in jeopardy in an election year. The day after the election, he might do something stupid, but while he's trying to get elected, we safe on that front. Now, then we're going to put crap in the air trying to fight the coronavirus. First of all, nobody knows how to defeat the coronavirus, because if we knew that, we would have defeated it already. Secondly, what are you going to put in the air? You can't just put chemicals in the air and not tell somebody what it is. I mean, what are you trying to do? An Agent Orange type thing? Not going to happen. Then there's the logic of it. You're not going to have an airstrike called with no warning other than, my boy in the military said 11:30 at night. This video went out at least a day ago at 12 noon. And then when I was making this, and that's the only reason why I know what time it was, because I know what I was watching on TV. I was sitting here painting. I couldn't find my butterflies, so I couldn't finish the project. But when I do find the butterflies, or draw some butterflies in, or find a stencil, or whatever, I'm going to put butterflies all over, some Mod Podge, so forth, so on. But it was going on noon. I had already fed Mom. I'd already had my coffee. The nurse was going to be doing a couple of hours to give Mom a bath. So I'm like, I got enough time to finish this product. It was going on 12 noon. The nurse usually shows up at 2. I had already got the paint on, took the gloves that I had the paint on off, searched around for the, butterflies, got frustrated with it, said, I'll do this again tomorrow, and started watching TV. And I went, I need to go wash the dishes and get the bath water ready. So that's how I knew what time it was. Then, the next day, I was making this. And the inbox goes off, and it's a family member. Same video, different day. Highly intelligent people are falling for this. I mean, she's a college graduate. She's a teacher. My friend who first sent me the video, she's a college graduate. She's got many oars in the fire. She has several different jobs, but she's highly intelligent. She's bored because she's got to stay home, but, and see, that's another thing. People are stuck at home, so basically they're bored. When people send out these feargrams, which is what I call them, message to incite fear, like a telegram, and they're sending them, and see, that's red flag too. They're only sending them through people's inboxes or private messages. If it was something that was public that you need to warn everybody about, they would just put it right across their front, their feed, their page, their front page. They wouldn't put it in the inbox because somebody with an unknown name, with a reference point of my boy in the military, stuck it in their inbox and then said send it to your inbox, and then that person to their inbox, send to their inbox, and hello, 2 days later, there's nothing in the air, Not to mention the fact that, come on, the country's on lockdown. Who is outside at 11:30 at night anyway? except for essential personnel. And if the people that are essential personnel, like in the hospitals or the firehouses, the police station, if stuff like that was going on, I guarantee you they're going to get on the horn and tell somebody, and then it will be on the news. You know, Norwood police saw so and so and so in the air, called it in. John Matarese on your side saying don't waste your money. It's going, hey, don't fall for this. You know what I mean? Stuff needs to have the ring of truth. I'm OCD and a germaphobe. The coronavirus, you talking about doing an airstrike on the coronavirus, my OCD kicked in, my germaphobe kicked in. It's like my scalp started tingling. I went, what did I just see? Let me rewind. Oh, it's a prank. Because the second time I watched it, that's when I noticed, hey, his name is blurred out. There's no reference point. My boy in the military. I was a military wife. Okay. That's like when they had that little to-do that went across El Paso news about the Patriot missile misfiring accidentally. And I could talk about that because it's public knowledge. But here's what I don't talk about. I was a military wife. My husband was dyslexic. Some of the paperwork I had to read out loud to him so that way his brain can correlate. There are certain things that you can't do. Like you can't accidentally shoot a missile from the Patriot missile. It can't be done. It requires 3 keys just to do the basic functions. This side of the room, 9 feet over there on this side of the room, and somebody in the middle, and they have to turn the keys all at one time. You can't do that by accident. You have to have a conversation. You have to correlate. Like, yo, you ready? Yo, you ready? Okay, let's. You can't do that accidentally. You can't send off an airstrike in the United States all across the nation all at the same time at 11:30 accidentally. First of all, it requires an act of Congress. Secondly, you can't do anything at 11:30 in every state of the union, every city in the United States, because there's time zones. The United States is not a little bitty place. We large. So there's 6 different time zones. 11:30 Eastern Standard Time Zone is hours away from Pacific Time Zone. So the 11:30 airstrike will be at 2 different times, at least 6 hours apart. Common sense. You can't do it. You know, it's like when you watch TV and it says, at 8 p.m., blah, 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 Pacific Time Zone. In other words, when they tell you what time this show is going to show up on your local time, they also tell you what time it's going to show up specific time. That way, the people that are in California can see the same show that you're watching in Cincinnati at the same time. So stuff that showed up in somebody's inbox that, you know, had the name and stuff blurred out and then referencing my boy in the military as gold. Now, if he can't put his name on the screen saying, hey, my name is so-and-so, I approve this message, here's the deal, let's spill the tea, then I ain't going to pay no attention to nothing that person has to say because he's hiding. I mean, basically, it's like when you go to do one of these online dating things, and I like the site. It's funny. It's good for comedy, you know, but I notice a lot of the people that are trying to hook a fish, you know, let's get somebody interested in what I got to say. They got on a mask. They take sunglasses. That's here. They got a hat on. Between the sunglasses and the hat and the beard, you can't tell what this person looks like in broad daylight, let alone in the dark. So while they got all this crap on, that's basically, I call that the mask. They're trying to hide their identity. You wouldn't be able to recognize them 15 feet away because they got on sunglasses, you know, and half the pictures are dark. In other words, I'm inside of a house. It's dark. I got on sunglasses. I got on a hat. I got on a hoodie and all this. But hey, click my link and we can hang. I ain't that stupid neither. But it's entertaining to, read the nonsense they put on there, click, read the nonsense they put on there, swipe left, read the nonsense they put on there. It's entertainment to me. But I happen to notice that pattern. All the ones that are trying to hide instead of the ones that are actually trying to hook up with a quality individual, you know, they got that mask on. Let's hide who we are some kind of way, you know. And basically, the stuff that they say gives it away that they're out for nefarious means instead of a quality relationship. So basically, you read the nonsense, you get a giggle, swipe left. Well, here's somebody in the inbox, you know, my boy in the military is about to give. Yeah, don't fall for that. Don't live in fear. Don't live in, let's take everything coming at me, take this stuff with a grain of salt, but don't take stuff that's coming at you without a reference point as gold. All right? This has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. I have lots of soap. The stores are out of soaps. Hit me up because I'm not out of anything, and I'm continuously making soap because in the house I have all the ingredients to make soap, and this is where I make it. So I don't even have to be off work because this is where I do everything. People.etsy.com, Purple Butterfly Soaps. And then my t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now.
This shit about to get spooky, man. Listen, my friend, he's in the military, man. He just called me. He said, bro, at 11:30 p.m. tonight, man, you need to stay inside the house. And I was like, man, what's going on? Look, 11:30 p.m. all across the nation, man. Y'all need to stay inside because the government going to be spraying chemicals in the air, man. They're going to be spraying chemicals all over the fucking air, man. If you outside or if you out and if you leave your windows open, some shit, look, you're going to die. Look, y'all need to share this shit right now, man. I just got a call from my boy. He's in the military. The government, they gonna be spraying the air with chemicals trying to get rid of the coronavirus. So y'all need to just stay the fuck inside and don't come out, man. This shit getting crazy, man. This shit getting crazy. If you're watching this shit, you need to share it with your friends and family. Spread this shit right now, man. This shit about to get spooky, man. What the fuck?